And we're live. Welcome back to the HEALcast after a pretty long winter break. I'm joined here with my awesome co-host Bobby. Bobby, say hi.
What's up? How we doing?
We're good, and we are joined by two of our 2017 dancers. So we are joined by Nick. Nick, you could go ahead and say hi.
What's up, everybody?
And we're joined by Charlie. Charlie, you want to say hi too?
Hello, hello.
Awesome. So let's go ahead and jump right into it with our first question. Can you guys just introduce yourself a little better than we just did for you? Tell us about what you're doing now, and then we'll go on from there. Whoever wants-
Okay, yeah. I'll go first. Thanks, Charlie. All right. So like the introduction stated, my name is Nick DeLuca. I graduated in 2017. And I majored in energy business and finance. I was in HEAL from the time I was a sophomore up and through the senior year. What I'm doing now is right after graduation, I moved back home, which is in Pittsburgh, and immediately started up a sales career. And I'm now the market manager for an energy company here in the Pittsburgh area. So that's what I do. Charlie, off to you, bud.
My name is Charlie Morgan. I joined HEAL my freshman year in 2013. Yeah, 2013. I was on exec my sophomore year and junior year with Nick. And senior year, I was the president of HEAL. And now I graduated in 2017, same time as Nick. I majored in mechanical engineering, so now I am a mechanical engineer for a small firm right outside Philadelphia. I lived at home for a little bit right after I graduated, but I've since moved to Philly, and I live in my one-bedroom apartment in Fishtown.
Nice. What Charlie didn't mention is we actually lived on the same floor in our dorm freshman year and didn't really know each other until we joined HEAL. So
Nick was in ROTC, so like he wasn't around as much.
yeah,
Small world, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, what hall, guys?
Geary, top Geary,
So that's
very top floor.
right, East, not Pollock. Am I right?
East. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That's an East.
And that was back when, oh my gosh, what was it called? Like the fast food restaurant. What was that called?
Onion?
What was it called?
The Onion.
Yeah. Called it like the Big O or something.
That sounds gross.
Right?
Yeah.
The Onion was great. What are you talking about?
That sounds it's like a burger joint now, right?
It was 3 steps below a burger joint.
Yeah.
Buff chicken bacon ranch pizza. I mean, all the
Can't
good
beat
stuff.
it, right?
It was fire. Like it was the best food ever.
Well, it's since been renamed Flips, and I was cool enough to live in East, and Bobby lived in West, which is not the freshman experience.
It's where it's at.
But whatever. I think West has better food. I don't know about you guys, but West cookies were always
100%.
I lived across the street from Willard. I'd wake up 5 minutes before class. Like, come on. How is that not the move?
That's pretty solid.
Right?
That's good
Oh.
stuff.
Fun fact about me and Bobby too is we were in the same English 15 class freshman year, and we both also did not really know each other, but
Yeah.
figured out eventually we were both in HEAL, and then we didn't really get close until last year, so our sophomore year, and now we're pretty good friends. So it's
Yeah,
crazy.
we're acquaintances, I say.
Yeah. So enough about me and Bobby's experiences. Can you guys tell us about your involvement with HEAL, what positions you held, all that fun stuff?
Charlie, I'll let you go first since you were there freshman year.
Okay. Yeah, I joined my freshman year. I didn't even know anything about Thon really. I just wanted to get involved some way. And one of my friends from home said he was going to a meeting for a Thon org. And I was like, oh, I'll tag along. So I did. I went and I saw someone who I went to high school with, Jill Borsos and Kirsten Borsos, her younger sister, who graduated my year of high school, and I was friends with her. And I was like, wow, I know more people than I thought. So from that point on, I kind of just stuck with it. We had meetings every Monday. I'd go, and I was there Thon weekend as a freshman, and I was there for like 28 hours straight, the last 28 hours. So I got to know a lot of people in New York really well, and they encouraged me to join an exec position the next year, so I did. And my sophomore year, I was the Thon weekend chair, which was a new position at the time. Um, and then from there, junior year, I was the canning chair. I don't know if they don't do canning anymore. It's probably like a glimpse of history, but I was the canning chair with. I don't even remember who my co-chair was. Who's my co-chair, Nick? And this is so bad.
You're an antique, Charlie. You're that old. I don't know.
I don't even remember. It's so long ago.
It's okay. It'll come back to you. It'll pop in your head.
If it does, I'm just gonna blurt it out in the middle of this.
Right now, that person's just like, what
Yeah, they're so angry with you right now.
So bad. Okay. Anyway, the year after that, I ran for president junior year, and I was the president for my senior year. Deal. It was great.
Wow.
Awesome.
You really just dated yourself with the
This is
cannon
gonna bother
chair.
me. I gotta look this up now because I do not remember who it was. I'm so sorry.
I'm assuming that's donor relations now.
Yeah, that would be yeah, I guess it would fall into what I'm doing now. I think
They didn't
canning
have donor drive back then. So
No, I don't think so.
nope.
Yeah.
lucky you. Just kidding. Donor drive's pretty cool.
Dinner drive is cool, but I do wish we got to go canning or continue to do some form of that. We did that our freshman year, so we're kind of like a dying breed as well of people
Right.
who know what canvassing and ribboning are. So yeah, I guess after next year when we leave, we'll see what happens. But
Yeah.
go ahead, Nick, you can tell us about your experience in Heal.
Sure. So freshman year, coming into Penn State, I definitely knew a lot about Thon. My sister went through Penn State 5 years before I did. She was highly involved with Thon as well. We hosted canning, at our house. She danced as well. And so I did have a lot of exposure and a lot of experience with it. But for whatever reason, freshman year, I kind of dragged my feet on it. Didn't really get as involved as I would have liked. But me and my other friends that weren't really in any organizations or anything like that, we did go to Thon weekend our freshman year. I think we spent like the last 14, 15 hours there, and it was just an absolutely incredible experience, as you guys know. And so that really kind of pushed us over the ledge to get more involved going into sophomore year. So sophomore year, kind of a similar story where like somebody or a friend of a friend kind of encourages you to go. And so we knew a lot of the members of the organization. Charlie had mentioned Kirsten and her freshman year roommate Bridget. At the time, we were really good friends, and so they were always pushing us to join, always pushing us to get involved. And one night, like 10 minutes before the meeting, I get a text message from one of my best friends, Ilya Jovanovic. He texts me and says, "Hey, I'm going to the Hill meeting. You coming with?" Of course, I wasn't doing anything, so like, what the heck, sure. So, I accompanied him to the meeting. We go in there and we walk into the classroom where they had it, and it was just an absolute animal house in there. Like, there's people, everywhere just laughing, and you could tell this was a close group and a family. So, we came in and got some introductions and stuff. We sat through the meeting, and at the end of the meeting there was a reminder to pay your dues and stuff like that. And so me and Ilya whipped out our wallets and we paid our dues that night, and just kind of never looked back from there. Throughout the years, just went to every event that we could, because it was just totally worth it every time. And then ultimately, let's see, that was sophomore year. Junior year, we ran for the executive board, and I was fortunate enough to participate as the outreach chair. So I got to plan all the events and make all the gear and the merch and stuff like that. So that was pretty cool. And then senior year, I had the fantastic opportunity to dance for Heel, with Charlie. So, and Ilya, who brought me along for the journey from the very beginning. So, a lot of cool stuff throughout the 4 years, and very fortunate to have those experiences.
Awesome.
Claire
So-
Bradshaw. Her name was Claire Bradshaw. Claire, I'm so sorry. I love you and I miss you. I totally blanked on that.
Yo, shout out Claire Bradshaw. Come out on the podcast.
Yeah, whenever you want to come on the podcast, you are invited, and we'll get you on here.
Yes.
Claire's just gonna come on and tear Charlie up.
So- Nick, do you remember your co-chair?
I sure do. Shout out to Becky Hoy.
There you go.
Wait, you remember Becky and Claire were best friends, first of all? And Nick was his co-chair, but couldn't remember Claire for me? Thanks, Nick.
Yikes.
Were they so they were your year as well, or were they older, younger?
Older. Yep.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Cool. Well, that sounds like me and Carmen, Bobby.
Yeah, I was gonna say that'd be like me forgetting Carmen.
Yeah, something like that.
Yikes.
Carmen's like my best friend. She's downstairs. She's my roommate, and she's also in Heel. And that would be like Bobby forgetting Carmen, or me.
Carmen,
So-
you're the best co-chair ever. I mean it.
and Sam.
And
I
Sam.
mean,
Anyway,
Give it 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
We're like, who are these people?
even just by hearing you say that you took out your wallet to pay dues, like there was no Venmo.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, right.
No. There was a big envelope at the top, big yellow envelope, and we had to come pay cash. Cold hard cash.
So can you guys explain to us what your process to becoming dancers was like? I just want to see if it's the same as it was then as it is now. We'll kind of compare stories.
Yeah, sure. I'll jump in there. So, really the biggest thing is, I don't know if you guys still do this or not, but heel points.
Yeah.
Throughout the year, that's really what one of the biggest things that can contribute to getting that position. Because what that does is it sometimes, it may sound ridiculous or not meaningful, but the heel points really show how dedicated you are to the organization, but also to the families, and doing everything that you can to, foster a good environment, within heel and stuff like that, and to be there for the family. So that's one, criteria, if you, I don't want to call it that, but that's one thing that if you're looking to dance in the future, that's one thing that you can work on, is just be as involved as possible. I know we all have busy schedules and stuff, but if you make the time for this, like I said earlier, I promise it's worth it in the long run. And so once you have that, we also find out throughout the year how many dancers we're going to be allocated, which is definitely a huge aspect of it. Sometimes we can be very fortunate with a lot of dancers. Sometimes it's only just a few. And that's where your involvement, plays a big part. Once you figure that out, then, there's dancer applications. And so if you are interested in dancing, you would apply, write down your story, write down your dancer speech. And once that's done, you would have actually a night at a meeting where all the dancer applicants would stand up and give their speeches to the organization. And once that's done, everybody gives their speech. By the way, this is one of the most nerve-wracking experiences you might have, but I promise you, speak from the heart. You'll do just fine. Actually, giving the speech isn't the worst part. The questions portion is the worst part, where it's opened up to the org to ask you any questions that they want. And that's pretty cool. You get some good dialogue, and you can really dig deep to really find out, why does this person want to dance? Why does this person want to represent heel? That's your opportunity to really get down to those answers. Once that's done, you put it to a vote, essentially. And also, in addition to that, all the speeches are mailed or emailed to the families, to where they can read them and provide their votes as well, and help choose the dancers. Once those votes are tallied, then you just got to wait for that phone call. Also horribly nerve-wracking.
So it's cool to see that the process hasn't really changed because that's still to a T exactly what we do. So
Really?
yeah,
Wow.
so that's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
Nice.
that was the exact experience this year, except for put it all on Zoom
Yeah.
and we were very, very lucky this year that we won a lot or what did we do? We won a competition and we got 2 extra dancers. We went from 4 to 6.
2 extra. That's
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah, so that was awesome, and we had 6 people apply. So we were lucky enough that there were no phone calls. I mean, if we only had 4 dancers and 6 people applied, there would have been
Yeah.
voting and everything. But yeah, and as crazy as 2020 was, that was a pretty good outcome to then have that many dancers for 2021. So it's kind of cool. Our Constitution, it lives on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Frustrating as that Constitution can be sometimes, it does live on. And it's a good thing, but
That is the
Yeah.
worst meeting of the year when we all sit down and we read through it.
It's so funny.
It's so bad. It's like, all right, let's read through the introduction of and everyone's like, we're not going to change anything. You just read through it.
but there's always like the 1 or 2 things, because we sat through, me and Bobby at least have sat
Yeah.
through 2 meetings, and you're like, do we change the wording to this? Do we add this one little word to make this a different meaning? Oh my goodness! But
It's a 20-minute debate to add the word and or the, and you're like,
Yeah.
guys, why does it matter? Like,
I'm sure you guys remember this. Like,
Very much so.
yeah.
I remember a lot of Chipotle being eaten throughout that meeting.
we'll bring that back. That's a new tradition.
There you go. Yeah,
I love
it's
my
an important
Chipotles.
meeting. You got to make your mark on heel history. Add something to the Constitution. Make an amendment. I challenge you guys. Make an amendment. next
Chipotle
year.
must be eaten at the Constitution meeting by at least one board member.
That's a perfect amendment.
It's going in.
I
So-
approve.
For anyone listening, we have 2 of our 4 2017 dancers on with us, just for reference. Unfortunately, we couldn't get Ilya and Michaela on this time, but we hope to have them on sometime in the future. So just to make sure that anyone who's sitting here and scratching their head as to why there's 2 people and not 4, we do hope to make sure that we round out our 2017 dancers at some time. But unfortunately, we couldn't do that this week. Just to fill in that gap.
Show must go on, right?
Yeah. So now to the fun stuff.
Wait, I have a funny story about my dancer speech since we were on that.
Oh, let's have it.
I don't know if Nick remembers this, but I actually wasn't there to give my dancer speech. I was in the hospital because, and I'm still mad about this to this day. You guys know Yala Taco?
Yeah.
Well, before Yala Taco was, I think it's a store now. It's like got its own shop.
Yeah.
Well, it used to be like a taco stand kind of thing.
Mhm.
And I was coming back from, I think, Pickles, probably, if I had to guess.
Pickles.
And I got tacos with my roommates. This was when Penn State had just won the Big Ten championship, I think.
Yeah.
And we were getting tacos. It was like 9 o'clock at night. We were going back to watch the rest of the game in our apartment. And I got like 3 or 4 chicken tacos because I was really hungry. And later that night, I felt like feverish. And I was out with my friends and I felt sick. So I went home. And later that night or early morning, like 5 o'clock in the morning, I woke up and I was like violently ill. I was like throwing up. And I was like, this isn't good. So I went to Mount Nittany Medical Center and I got salmonella from the chicken taco. I'm bringing this up now because I was so mad about it, and no one believed me that it was from Yala. But it was salmonella, and I had chicken tacos that night, and I felt the effects like 12 hours after. And I like went back to Yala one night, and I was like, "You guys gave me salmonella, and they didn't want anything to do with me."
They're like, get out.
Yeah.
So was it confirmed salmonella? Because I mean, it sounds like you were at Pickles as well. So like, that's the only question I have.
Yeah, it was. You don't get salmonella from alcoholic beverages.
Pickles won't. Yeah, Pickles isn't gonna hit you 12 hours later.
I'm saying, did they confirm that you had salmonella and that you weren't just like ill? Because I could see someone saying, and we'll cut this out, I promise.
You
But
don't
you
have to cut it out. No, we're fine.
No, I want the world to know this.
The world needs to know that HEALcast poisoned our Heal executive board.
Yeah, I don't like it. Their tacos are incredible, but
Yeah.
I was diagnosed with salmonella-induced colitis. So I had,
Oh my gosh.
and yeah, it was awful. I was like throwing up like every hour.
What?
They called my mom and they were like, "You should come here. He doesn't look good." So anyway, I didn't get to give my dancer speech that year. So Bridget Gleason, who we talked about earlier, is a great friend of mine. She gave my speech, and I wasn't there for it. I was dying in a hospital bed.
Right.
Well, it all worked out, right? And here we are.
Well,
She probably delivered it much better than you would have anyway.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't have gone better for me,
Right.
except for the
it's
salmonella.
almost like you plan getting salmonella.
I would do anything to not have had salmonella. That was
I also love how Yala Taco was like, dude, you're like the third guy this week to say that. Get out of here.
I was like, I'm calling the CDC, and they're like, go home.
They're like, would it be the first time, bro?
And it won't be the last. Oh, that's so funny.
That is funny. Well, it's a good thing you recovered and everything in
Yeah,
time.
that's great.
Yeah. So
You look great now. It was all worth it, right?
I'm sorry we're laughing. I feel
No,
bad.
no. My friends had a field day, like the day after it happened.
I would have rolled up and been like, "Hey, welcome back from the hospital. I hope you're ready for dinner. It's chicken breasts, lightly cooked, medium rare."
They would go to Yala Taco like at night, like after we were out, every weekend, and I'd be like, I'm not eating this.
Just get a beef taco. You can't get salmonella from that.
I eventually did.
You can only get I think you can get like E. coli or something.
Yeah,
from-
you can get way worse things. Right? You
Man,
get like
God.
trichinosis from pork, right? There's something from everything.
So are you now like a person who makes sure to like really cook your chicken breast well before you consume it?
No.
Like has it scarred you?
Nice. Yeah. Perfect.
No safer now than I was then.
Got it. Because I have my roommate, Carmen, who I was just talking about, she got E. coli like one time when she was younger, and now whenever we eat like beef or something like that, she like freaks out and washes the dishes like 6 times because she's afraid that it's gonna give it to her again. She's a little paranoid, I guess. I don't
Little
know.
A little bit.
Just a healthy amount.
Yeah,
Maybe
she like
an unhealthy amount,
Cloroxes
actually.
the bowls now. She Cloroxes the bowls before she uses the soap on it. Okay, yeah. Anyway, I don't think so. I'm not like that either.
We love you,
I
Carmen.
promise she's normal. Okay, well, down to the good stuff. As far as you guys dancing, what was the theme that year? Do you remember? I don't remember.
I think I do. Do you guys?
Like, what did they say? What did they say in the line dance? Like, was yours Ignite Electrify?
No, it's igniting hope within, right?
Yes.
Charlie
It
knew
was-
it. He knew it the whole time. He was just faking it.
Me? No, I had no idea.
Yeah. Because we had.
To where it says who your co-chair was.
Yeah.
I probably didn't know it that year.
Our dancer shirts had glow in the dark lightning bugs on it. So yes, that is what it was.
That's sick.
Yeah, it is sick.
Oh,
What?
that's what they did. Yes, I have.
I'd have just been like going into like dark rooms and be like, guys, look at this. It's like 3 a.m. and you're like so tired. You're like, guys.
Whoa.
Whoa, dude. That would have been awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
So is that not the year where the line dance said Ignite Electrify?
Yeah.
It is
course,
that
yeah.
year?
Yeah.
That's the best line dance in my opinion that's happened in a long time.
you gotta run back to 2013 line dance. That was,
Oh, that's dating
Oh,
us.
yeah. Just look it up and practice it in your room. And
All right, Bet. We'll bring it back to you and then.
Honestly though, this year maybe we should go through and learn all of the prior line dances while we're standing together for however many
All
hours.
of them?
No, not
You
all
started
of them.
Dawn in like
2013. Okay, you know what I mean.
1940s.
20, it's like it would be like TikTok before TikTok, you know, like to do 2013 on or something like that. I don't know. I'm just thinking of things to do because we won't have like regular thon in the BJC, so maybe that's when I'll be doing.
We'll think of something for you, Morgan. You'll be
I
alright.
was gonna be doing something totally different. If you need Morgan, she's gonna be doing line dances.
Yeah. Morgan's in the back,
2001.
in the corner. At 3 a.m.
That wouldn't be that odd. Anyway.
Yeah, true.
At least not for me. What was I saying? So yeah, not that the other line dances haven't been good. I don't want to diss on old line dances or anything, but 2017, when they say ignite, electrify, like it's just a good moment.
Which one? I think it was Charlie. Maybe you can help me out on this. I think it was 2016. The one where they had the dab on the drop. That was
Blast off BJC, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. They had the rocket ship. Yep. That one was pretty fire too.
I remember that line dance somewhat pretty well. One of my best friends from growing up was the DR captain that helped make the line dance and did it.
That's
pretty cool.
HGT.
Nice.
I think we just watched that recap video for our inspiration at the meeting this week. So
I thought we watched 2017.
Nice.
You're right. We did. Never mind. 2017 has the dab then. Not 26. There was a dab in there.
It could have been many years.
Maybe they dabbed every year. Who knows?
This was the one where I was thinking of where they do the line ears first. It's like
And they go down.
Yeah.
I think it's because they win the big. Or it's like, didn't they win the Big Ten in 2016? So then the line dance for 2017.
They won in 17.
Oh, they won in 17. Okay, then I don't know. I'm too young for this. I'm a fetus in this call.
And we're too old to remember.
Yeah, exactly right.
So can you guys talk a little bit about your experience, actually Thon weekend, how it started versus how it went? Any
how it ended?
Yeah, any memories that stand out to you about each other or anything like that?
Mike is the first one. So whenever you walk in, so in the staging area before Fun Weekend even started, I mean, they have awesome dancer packages there waiting for you with backpacks and water bottles and stuff like that, and they're all labeled with your name and your dancer number. And so we go in and we're all,
he's dead. He's died.
We're all like, oh, here's my bag. And Michaela's like, where's mine? And we're like, isn't this your dancer number? It straight up said Mike. Her bag said Mike. So for the rest of the weekend, Michaela was Mike.
That's so funny.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So were you guys a pair, and then Michaela and Ilya were a pair, or who was paired with who?
The other way around, I think. Wasn't it me and Ilya and then Charlie and Michaela? Is that what it was?
Yeah, because it was A and B, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
Any other stories that you guys have?
Oh, yeah, that's not all.
Just Mike. That's the only thing that happened. The only relevant thing that happened was that they spelt Michaela's name wrong, and then 46 hours, and here we are.
I don't know about you, Nick, but the walking in through the tunnel of people was incredible.
Yeah, it's one of those moments where you still remember what's going on. You're still coherent.
Yeah.
And it's also not the end yet. So there's a lot of excitement. There's a lot of emotion. You're thinking about, for us it was senior year, so you're thinking about the last 3 to 4 years of dedication, hard work that you put in, all leading up to this moment. You're anticipating the amazing weekend that you're about to have, and you're surrounded by hundreds of people, thousands of people that are going to support you through this journey, and each individual person is super stoked for you and super excited for you. And so it's like Charlie said, it's a super incredible feeling. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so cool. This year, it'll just be going through the Zoom windows as we cheer you on. But you gotta do what you gotta do.
That'll still be cool. Hopefully, you get to see the faces of people, that you know and that you're familiar with. It was kind of cool. You walk through the line. There's all these people that you don't really know, but they're cheering you on. And then out of nowhere, there'll be somebody that you know, and then they're like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah.
And then you gotta go hug them and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. And then when you walk into the BJC too, what's also awesome is as you go through the line and stuff, Heel was always located at the very end of that line, right before you go into, the locker room area or whatever. They were like the tunnel at the end, the finish line. And so it was really cool you get through everybody, and then at the end you just see like the big Heel letters and everybody cheering you on. Really, really cool.
So we still do have that spot, although we've had to fight for it over the years. So
it's always a fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got kicked out of it last year for a few moments. It was actually when Bobby was in charge, so I guess we can solely blame him.
It's correct, yeah.
Kidding.
I was carrying Charlie's mantle as the Thon weekend chair, and I managed to lose the entire section to the blue band, so that was fun.
To the blue band?
Yeah, they came in. They were cutthroat. They were like, "This is ours now. You have to leave." And I was like,
"Okay, well, to
thanks."
Put a little reference on this whole story. It was pep rally, so they did have to come into play for pep rally. It wasn't just like they came in. They're like, you know what? We're the blue band, and this is our section now.
That's what I thought happened.
They threatened to hit me with the tuba, and I was like, "Yeah, I don't want this. I'm gonna."
Yeah, they hit him in the head and then threw a couple punches, and then we had to leave. Yeah.
Wow.
I got choked out with a piccolo. It was over for me. It was done.
You got the old crash symbols.
Yeah. It's
yeah,
fine. It worked out.
So then, Bobby's co-chair Shannon came back and she saved the day. Basically, I'm completely butchering the story. It's not true. Well, Shannon did come back.
She did come back and she did save the day. So that's.
Bobby may or may not have called her like an hour into her only sleep shift to tell her that she had to come back, and she.
I didn't say she had to come back. I was like, "Hey, just figured I'd let you know. You left me an hour ago and I lost the section, but it's fine. I got it covered." And she was like, "Yeah, I can't go back to sleep now." Like.
Yeah, but that's not something that you text Shannon about when you know she's sleeping.
I was worried and overwhelmed.
I guess hindsight is whatever better, but yeah, I don't know. This next time, don't text Shannon. No.
Yeah, next time I'll just do it all on my own. It'll be fine. I'm a big boy now.
I forget that we know you guys, but you guys don't know our senses of humor as much. So if you ever think that I'm just being mean, I'm sorry.
It's true. She hates me. After these, she just screams. She's like, "You did everything wrong."
Oh yeah, definitely. That's
100%.
She make you run sprints after this?
Yeah, she does. She's like, "All right, go." She draws lines on the street for me. She's like, "Let's go touch each one."
Yeah.
Brutal.
So anyway, yeah, but no, I'm completely joking with you guys, and also completely joking with Bobby. He knows I love him. Okay. Anyway, favorite meal that you guys had Thon weekend, and why was it a Hurley sandwich? No, I'm kidding.
It was a taco from Yala, right?
It's a sensitive subject. I told you that in college.
Oh, that's awesome.
No, one of my friends snuck in wings over for me.
Oh.
So I shoved
what
that.
Sauce?
Yeah, it was great.
What sauce do you get on your wings?
I can't even remember.
Cruising altitude.
Oh, he's a Buffalo guy. Bobby's a Buffalo guy, huh?
Yeah. They changed the names of all the sauces. I went in 2 weeks ago, and they're no longer named after airplane puns. They're just regular. So I was really upset.
Yeah, I did notice that as well. I actually have a Wings Over right down the street here in Pittsburgh, so I still reap the benefits of that. But yeah, you're right. They did change the names. But do they still? As long as they still have sweet chili, that's all that matters.
It's the same sauce, right?
Yep.
Now, Nick, this is totally off topic, but 30 minutes ago, when you were introducing yourself, you said you worked for an energy company in Pittsburgh.
Yes.
What energy company is that? It's totally off topic.
It's called IGS Energy.
All right, cool. I was just curious. Yep. I'm from Pittsburgh.
Absolutely. So. Okay, nice. Nice.
What town in Pittsburgh are you from, Nick?
We'll talk after. So I grew up in Plum. And now I'm living on the south side of Pittsburgh, so a little bit more in the city.
Okay.
Okay, well, that's where Corbin's from. Did you go to Plum High?
Yeah.
Wow, small world, guys. Small
I
world.
have this joke with because Bobby grew up in Cranberry. I have this joke that like you guys can't name your towns after anything but fruit.
I mean, hey, what?
Anyway, we'll talk more later.
Definitely.
Wait, does that mean that you went to high school with Carmen? Maybe for like a year? No.
No.
Okay. Anyway, moving on. Okay.
So the question was food, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
favorite. Sorry, that took a turn.
All right, I blame Charlie for bringing up wings over.
Yeah, how dare you, Charlie?
He was answering our question.
It's a hot take, Charlie. All right, so mine's a little bit more basic because unlike Charlie, I followed the rules and I didn't have anybody sneak in food for me, you know. So
food in.
Whoa.
Okay, that's lame. You didn't have anyone sneak in food?
Sneaking in food
no.
is like an integral part of Thon weekend. If someone isn't sneaking food in, then they're not doing it right.
I didn't have any good friends like Charlie did. I don't know.
Yikes.
No, yeah, no, I feel like I didn't really I don't know, I just never really craved it that much. I don't know. Or my mind was busy on other things, but food is such a big part of the weekend to your survival. Okay, so I have a good story about this. I was just eating, the normal stuff all weekend, and there came a point in time towards the end. I don't know what hour it was, but I was falling asleep, standing up. I was blacking out, like talking to people, like people would be having conversations, and I wasn't really remembering. I don't even know if I was talking, to be honest with you. And this came the point in the night where what do they call them? Your
CRCM.
no, this like special people that you choose to come during that hour.
Your support passes?
Yes, the dancer
Yeah.
support. So my mom and my sister, came down, and like I said, my sister had danced before and stuff, and my mom is just being a mom as she is. She was like, "Why don't we go get a bite to eat? You look a little tired. Maybe that'll help." So I was like, "Oh, I'm not hungry," and that's the way it is you don't feel hungry, but you need it. So I was like, "All right," still kind of like blacked out, and we go over, and she's basically like shoveling a peanut butter and jelly sandwich in my mouth. She's like, eat it. And but I ate it, and after I ate it, I just got this like burst of energy. I felt like I just drank 6 Red Bulls, and I was like, let's go, and I started, like, running around. I went around all the dancers. I went up to Charlie and Ilya and Michaela. I was like, guys, go get some peanut butter and jelly. It's incredible.
They're like, what are you doing? Like, what, Nick? What are you on? What was in that PB&J?
Right. We had ice packs on our ankles at that point.
Yeah.
Bags under our eyes.
Everyone's like dying. You're just like, guys, PB&J right now. It's hype. Let's go.
Go. I don't know what they put in it, but it's fire right now.
It's not peanut butter and it's not jelly, but it tastes great.
Yeah, it was pretty wild. So, anybody listening that's gonna be dancing and stuff like that, if you're ever feeling down, hit up that PB&J stand. You'll be good from there. I promise.
Bobby, you're gonna be a PB&J stand this year?
Anyways, that's the advice I got from Matt Giuliano as well when he danced.
Well,
Morgan,
he ate like one an hour.
He ate one an hour, he claims. He said
I was there to keep him on track too.
At least 46 PB&Js. I'm like, Matt, dude, like, when did you go to the bathroom? How did you go to the bathroom? I don't think you could if you ate that many sandwiches. Like,
That is, oh boy.
But
and then you hear like I remember Emily Foster talking about. Do you guys know Emily Foster? I'm assuming you do.
Yep.
She was like, the only thing I could eat at the end was chips. She's like, that's all I would eat for like the last couple hours. And I don't know if I'm gonna be like the peanut butter and jelly person or the like don't talk to me or like eating chips. I don't know, but I feel like I would probably err more on the side of Emily Foster in that regard.
That's the thing is you're not gonna want to do it. But you got to make yourself do it.
you have to just slam the PB&Js.
Yep. Don't even chew it. Just
It's like your lifeblood. Just ingest it. Become one with the PB&J. Just engulf it. Like an amoeba. Just like put it on your body and let it soak in. Rub it on with a
Listen,
knife.
whatever you got to do, bro. Whatever you
But
got to do.
interesting that we went from wings over to a peanut butter and jelly being the best meal that weekend. Very.
It's because Nick didn't have any absolute like all-star heel members bringing in food for him, and that is disappointing. But I'm glad that's changed because now heel is like the status quo for bringing food in. We are
Food
very
smugglers.
yeah. Seriously like.
Don't embrace that. That my friends are just degenerate idiots.
Well, I'm a degenerate idiot too then, because I sneak a lot of food in.
Yeah, like Bobby's like known for sneaking in food at this point. Like he brought people Roots last year, and you guys probably don't know what Roots is, but it's like a new place downtown here. It's like a Chipotle, but like maybe a
Organic.
healthier Chipotle with like more veggies and stuff. And everyone like seems to really like that. I feel like a lot of girls like that.
Roots bowls are
I see-
big. But
I see Bobby's walking in with a trench coat and being like, "We got burritos."
Pretty much, yeah. It's the
Well,
chickens.
Last year, didn't you put like fruit cups in a Clorox like jar, like before Clorox was cool, like before COVID?
Yeah, that was. I can't take credit for that. I got that from Jared. Jared taught me that one. But I took like a wipe container, like Clorox wipes, and I took the
Yeah.
Clorox wipes out of it, and I just crammed fruit cups into it. And then I closed it up, and they didn't like open to check and see. They're like, "Oh, he's got Clorox wipes." And I was like, "No, I have 48 fruit cups."
This guy's pretty sanitary.
Yeah, he's gonna clean up for us. That's nice, cool.
No one would think anything of it now if you tried to bring in a bottle of Clorox. They'd be
They
like,
didn't
"Oh,
think anything of it then.
yeah."
Right.
Okay, guys. So, what was like the number one thing that you would say a dancer should have when they dance? Like number one item, it could be like sneakers,
PB&J.
that's food. We already went over that one. But like I don't know, just like any one piece of clothing or whatever it is that you felt was like vital.
I don't think I have any like clothing advice. Like I wear flip flops for a lot of the time. And people are
Really?
like, you're an idiot. Don't do that. But I wear like flip flops, and um, I had a class that year, a running class that I got running shoes for, and I was told to bring them because they're good for your feet. But I didn't do that. I just wore flip flops and like my old beat CrossFit shoes, and I was fine. So like it depends on the person. If you have sensitive
Yeah.
feet, bring sensitive shoes. If I don't know, you want wings over, bring wings over. But for me, it was like I was more invested in like seeing people being like I don't know. That didn't like changing my shoes didn't make me feel better, but like seeing people better.
Cool.
I would definitely agree with, it depends on the person, when it comes to, what you're wearing and stuff like that. Definitely just the one thing is just bring a lot of changes of clothes because, you kind of, get that weird feeling, and a fresh change of socks, fresh change of clothes, like really kind of wakes you up a little bit and gets you going again. I did a similar thing to Charlie. I also had flip flops. And I just I rotated them out. I didn't wear them the whole time, probably not as much as he did. But I did rotate them out, just to change it up and, get a different type of feeling on your feet. A given one, a necessity is the fanny pack, of course. That's given. But people are going to be, giving you things, and you're going to be collecting items from different stuff, and it's good to have all that stuff handy. Have all your chapstick and your baby powder, whatever you need, right there, ready to go. But I'm trying to think of something that not a lot of people might think of. A good one that I didn't utilize that I wish I would have. And number one, so I had a couple video cameras with me, because I was making YouTube videos and stuff like that while I was dancing. So I was doing that, and so I did have good memories and stuff from those videos. But if you're not doing something like that, I was gifted a bunch of disposable cameras, and I feel like that's a really fun way to kind of always remember that fun weekend moving forward. Because I wish I would have taken more pictures like that. Something that I could print out, something that I could keep forever. because you don't, there's certain aspects of Thon weekend that are difficult to remember. You're sleep deprived, right? And so it's really hard to remember some of those really exciting or really fun moments. And so if you do have the nice, easy disposable camera where you can just, take a quick little snapshot, it's different. You don't have to pull out your phone. You can stay disconnected from your phone. I know I like to do that. So the camera helps you do that as well. And you'll make some good memories too. So yeah, we'll go with that.
Awesome.
I like that advice. That's a good one.
Yeah.
That, like, you don't really think of, but yeah, most people only do it once. So
Some people are crazy
Yeah.
and do it more, but
you've seen people do it more than one. I'm sure people do it, but
yeah, people do. But
Or a fun thing would be, we didn't really have them too much. They have those cool like Polaroid things. So they have like those versions. That would be even cooler. You could take some pictures and stuff and print them out right there, and have them instantly. So
yeah,
there you go.
that's a good idea. Did you guys want to know the time, or were you like anti knowing the time the whole weekend?
I feel like I don't know. I probably wouldn't have cared. I didn't make a huge deal about it. I think I was just fortunate that somehow I avoided it the entire weekend. And so the only time I really knew what time of day it was obviously like the pep rally. And then also when the Final Four started, when the family hour starts and stuff like that. So
give me 1 sec. There's someone at my door. You can keep going, Morg, or we can cut it.
That's interesting. What about you? He lives alone right now, so that's interesting. What about you, Charlie? Did you know the time?
I think someone told me, and I think it was Will. Sorry, Will. Will was one of the directors, and it was like Sunday morning. I thought it was like 10 o'clock, maybe like 9 o'clock in the morning. It was like 2 in the morning.
Oof.
I was standing talking to Will and Tommy, and I was like leaning against the wall, and I remember my head just like dipped, and I hit my head on the wall because I was falling asleep. And Tom goes like, "Yo, we need to get him like an ice bath." And their ice baths aren't really ice baths. You just put your feet in some cold water.
Yeah.
But Will was like, "Dude, it's only 2 o'clock. Like, go take an ice bath." And I was like, "What?" I mean, I really didn't think it registered, but like, I was just like, "Oh man."
Yeah, that hurts. If it was like, if you thought that it was 2 a.m. and it was actually 10, that would have felt nice, but other way around, not so much.
I think he told me like, because he thought it'd be in my best interest, because I think he knows me pretty well, and I would have been like, "Oh man, I got to gear up for this mentally." And I did, so it was definitely helpful.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, and he's back.
All right, so it was a delivery guy from Wings Over. My neighbors ordered some, and he had the doors wrong. So.
Oh man.
I should have been like, "Thanks, man," and just signed. Sorry about that.
You're all good. It was destiny.
Yeah, right. It must have been.
Told that guy to knock on your door.
Yeah, that's why it was funny. I was like, "Man, this fits in."
I miss Wings so much.
Come on up. Spend
I don't
a
know when the
weekend.
last time I was there.
Just come hang out and get some Wings Over.
That's all you're gonna do.
Yeah, that's it.
Just come hang.
Nothing
Well,
else.
we want to do like a HEAL alumni get together. I guess once Corona's gone or better, I don't know. However you describe
It'll
that,
never be better.
on a blue-white weekend or something like that. Like get everyone back together, because I feel like there's a lot of years of HEAL alum now that like it would be fun. I'm sure you guys still like see each other, but it would be fun to like continue on the tradition and everything. I think people did used to do blue white weekend.
Yeah, I remember going to even a couple after we graduated. Swinging by the HEAL tailgate. As an alumni, and seeing all you youngins there was really really cool and a lot of fun. So I would definitely be down for that.
Well, there you go.
Hopefully, we'll see. We might be alumni ourselves by the time that we
true.
do that. So yeah.
Perfect. You guys should organize it then.
There you go. Perfect. We'll have a PB&J stand just for you, Nick.
Oh my God.
Dude, I'm there. don't tease me like that, bro.
So as we're coming up on like about an hour, we have a few questions that we ask or try to ask everyone. And this is a new one that we wanted to add with the new year. So number one is favorite heel memory. It could have been from dancing. It could have been, I don't know, anything, but
Wow.
ponder that one.
Charlie's was giving his speech.
Truly memorable experience.
We're setting such a good example for next week's group of dancers who are coming on. It's like we totally won't bully you for
Yeah, all I've done this whole time is bully Charlie for all the things he's told us in confidence.
That's on par with everything.
Everybody that knows him.
Yeah, he's like, that's the heel I remember.
Wait, who's gonna be on next week? Just curious.
Next week we're doing 2018, so it'll be Kim, Emily Foster,
Matt.
Skylar, and Matt.
Nice. Nice.
With the text
I
that
don't know,
hopefully
man.
will come.
I don't know what my favorite memory is.
There are so many. So many. It's hard to pick one.
Well, you know, good thing that it's hard to pick one, and you're not trying to figure out one. Like I don't have any memories.
No, I'm running through a lot. I'm trying to decide whether it was like a thon experience, like a thon weekend experience, or if it was something just heel related.
I feel like the tough thing too is, at least for us, and I think it sounds like it was like this for you guys too, is like a lot of your friends are in heel, so some of them are like moments with your friends in heel, and some of them are like heel moments, if that makes sense.
Yeah, you're definitely right there. Okay. Ooh, I'm gonna go deep on you guys real quick. All right. So my favorite heel memory actually comes after graduation. So even though you are in heel, during college and you're involved in thon during college, those experiences definitely continue after you graduate as well, right? And so last year, I had the opportunity to attend the Liberty Ball in Philly, where Becca and Kate were the guest speakers. So I got to years after graduation meet up with them again. Kind of resurface and see Becca all grown up. Much different than the Becca that we had known and loved throughout college, and that was probably my favorite moment, just to kind of see where our efforts have taken and the effects that we have on the families each time that we experience or have experiences with them, the effects that we have, and to kind of see that progress throughout the years. That was my favorite moment. Is just to see how far we've come, from the very beginning.
That's awesome.
That is great.
Yeah. You did go deep on us.
Yeah, sorry.
All right, Charlie, easy top. Go ahead.
No, I'm not gonna top that. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I am not gonna top that memory. I had a lot of fun those canning weekends. Unfortunately, you guys don't get to experience that, but just some of them, like the Saturday nights where like your first day of canning was done, everyone's tired, but you're like a good, comfortable, relaxed tired, and everyone's just hanging out. And I was at Skylar's house senior year, and we just stayed up watching Family Feud for like hours. So fun, like everyone was so into it. But I had like a bunch of canning memories like that. Those stick out the most, probably.
Awesome.
I think that I hope that you guys have found good alternatives to that. Not only raising money wise, not only donation wise, but also just relationship building and camaraderie amongst the group. Those canning weekends are really where you come together as a family. And so moving forward, I hope that you guys find a replacement for that. What's the type of event that you can host that really brings people together as a family, because that's kind of the effect that those weekends had. And whether it's staying up late watching Family Feud or playing board games or whatever. That's where you can bring new people into the organization, and once they leave that weekend, it's okay. Now they're part of the family, and we're all together in this. So
Definitely, and that's been a big struggle this year, I'll say, for us, that
yeah,
not being allowed to do any of that stuff and like
yep,
having that enforced on us, it's been tough. So hopefully we can get rid of this whole COVID scare. Can
Scare.
blow
That was
over.
one.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys are aware. There's a little bit of a virus going around right now. Hopefully that stops soon, and we can look into what we can do going forward. But I definitely agree. I think those weekends are, especially for me, and just speaking from experience, a huge reason why I felt so involved. I guess I became a part of it. So
Yeah.
yep,
You know what? It's like really, in my opinion, two things. I miss it, but I'm fortunate enough that when this all started, we were sophomores. We kind of had already like made friends and stuff. But I can't imagine this happening like my freshman year, because like those were the weekends when you like really got to know people and made friends and like established those bonds and stuff. So um yeah, we have a lot of work to do. Hopefully next year things look a little different and we can try and help people to make those same bonds that we got to have, whether they're sophomores next year or freshmen next year. Something that we were fortunate enough, the older generation of Heal kind of passed down to us as they were leaving as seniors and we were coming in as freshmen. And I hope to kind of leave that same memory or um, those same connections and things like that. You know, like we were lucky enough, we had an awesome senior class when we were here. So, and I feel like that was really what set up like our grade Bobby to kind of be as close as we are now and as involved as we are now. So
definitely.
not to get sappy, but
I
there's
know
that.
this is so deep now.
I know. I just miss it a lot, but moving on. Our next question is not quite as deep, but it might need a little bit of thought. What are some things that you think will be in the 2021 line dance? Some predictions.
Other than the little virus running around.
Yeah.
yeah. Probably a lot of TikTok dances
Yeah.
for
Mhm.
sure.
Anyone's in specific that you're like really hoping to get in there?
Oh gosh, I'm not big on the TikTok thing. I don't really know.
Neither are we. I don't
Yeah,
know
I
like
don't.
Jason Derulo song, but I don't know any of the dances.
Savage love.
Okay, now everyone's ears are bleeding.
Yeah, don't worry.
So another thing that we've heard from people is like, or that not heard. This is always mine, like Tiger King, like any other like shows,
Oh yeah.
like events that have happened that you think will be in there.
I got a list I can pull up for you if you want.
What, of major events?
Yeah, I have a running list of things that I think are going to be in. I haven't
Well,
updated it in a little bit, so
we've lived through a few historical events in the past year, so
you could say a few.
This is
I'm sure there'll be some.
I'm-
I'm sure there'll be some tributes.
mhm.
To people that we lost throughout the year. I'm sure that'll be a big part of it. Um. Hmm. There's always sports involved too. So we'll see um, who comes out on top here, Super Bowl wise. I don't even remember who won the Stanley Cup this year, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't either.
Yeah, me either. Did it? Did anyone win this year? When's that finished?
It
Yeah,
finished
it
this
did
summer.
happen.
Oh, okay. Trying to think.
What was like a popular song this year?
There is
Driver's
a.
maybe?
Oh, that could be driver's license.
Okay.
Have you guys heard that? Listen to it. If you ever want to like get a little sappy and like
You
put it
know,
on your car, you'll probably like transport back to high school. Yeah.
Cardi B
Driver's
and Megan the Stallion had a song.
Well,
You know it.
I don't know if that's gonna make it into the line.
I actually think it will. I do. I really
How are
do.
they gonna put that in there?
Something I don't know. Just like one line.
Maybe the whole line dance will just say from the top, and then it'll just start going.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
From
yeah,
the
yeah,
top,
yeah.
make it drop, and then
Yes.
that's it. Yeah.
Something about a mop, and then boom, we're in. I don't know. I think I've heard the song once, and I was like, "This is."
This is like a
insane.
terrible question to ask me because, like, even during the line dances when I was there, I'd be like, "What does that mean?" Seriously, like, I'm trying to think of something good that happened in the past year. I kind of can't.
anything good that might be tough, but
Yeah,
anything,
right.
um,
I actually have Yala Taco on here. Taco Bell is no more on College Ave. It
What?
was
Oh, yeah.
replaced by Yala Taco,
Oh, dang.
and there was actually a candlelight vigil for the Taco Bell that
Oh, I
happened.
saw that.
Oh, I remember seeing that now.
Yeah, so I think that's gonna be in there.
wasn't that before? Oh, that was like the week
It was
after.
like the week
Thon
after
last
Thon,
year.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't really know what's been going on, on campus, but I'm sure there'll be, a lot of that stuff. Yeah.
Not much.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we're here right now, but we can't be on campus, so
Yeah.
probably like Zoom University, because we're all
Yeah.
Zoom. Trying to think what happened over our little podcasting break. Anything?
Well, we started a new year, which is pretty cool. We got some vaccines. That was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, I bet you that'll be in there. I'm sure.
Um,
I'm sure the election in some form will be in there because they always put in election years.
Yeah, definitely. I'm looking at stuff. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle left the royal family.
yeah.
That was in last year's.
Oh,
Like-
was it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
before.
Was it
February.
that early in the year?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thing. Kobe passing away was in that last year.
Wow.
So we'll have Chadwick Boseman, Ruth Bader
Holy smokes.
Ginsburg, Regis Philbin,
Alex Trebek.
Alex Trebek,
Yeah.
the Travis Scott burger I have on here.
Yeah.
The Bachelorette. There's always
Or-
something about the
Oh,
Bachelorette.
yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. I don't even know if anyone on here listens or watches, but Claire and Dale broke up.
I saw that.
I know. That's why. Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Why did they break up, or why did he? See
Why
it?
did Nick see that?
It's everywhere. Well, they're
I
saying
watch every week, Charlie.
Yeah. He's got fantasy to keep up with.
Yeah, man.
Do you actually play?
Not fantasy.
Oh,
No.
okay. We do Fantasy Bachelor.
Oh man.
I
That's
am in
exciting.
second to last place behind Carmen, so bringing up the rear.
all I'm
So-
saying is the girl that he went on the one-on-one this week with is going to be the person he marries or he gets engaged to.
I didn't
They
watch,
look-
so I need to go back and make sure I pick her every week now.
They looked good together. She was a new one too. She just came in.
Yeah. Wait. So what motivated you to start watching The Bachelor each week?
All right. Now that it's out in the open, I mean, my sister, when I was younger, my sister always wanted to watch it. So as a family, I was just a little kid, so like I was just watching TV, whatever they watched. So every week, she would, put it on, and we'd watch it as a family. So when we all got older, my sister got married and moved out. My parents are still together, but my mom lives in a different place right now. That's a whole nother story. And then it was just me and my dad, and it was me and my dad living together for a while, and we just kept watching it.
That's awesome. That's sick.
I love it.
So now, me and my dad, not together in the same room, but we do watch it every week and continue to, and I find it very entertaining. So.
Nice.
So who would you like better, Claire or Tasha? And then we'll move on.
Tasha, of course.
Okay,
Oh
thank
my
you.
goodness.
Yeah.
What was funny is we were watching football at my sister's house out in Philly,
Mhm.
and my brother-in-law, is a huge sports fan, and we were watching like a football game or something. I guess Tasha like tweeted cheering on like the Eagles or something, maybe. And he got a notification on his phone, and he was like, "Who is Tashia Adams?" And I was like, of course, I was the first one to jump in, and I was like, dude, number one is Tasha, number two is the Bachelorette, dude. And he was like, he looked around the room, he's like, why were you the first one to answer that?
That's funny. You probably made your
Yeah.
sister pretty proud. She's like, I taught him this from a young age.
Yeah.
We've raised them well.
Sometimes she doesn't even watch.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, Charlie, you gotta jump on the bandwagon.
Watch
Okay.
some Bachelor. Get on a fantasy league. It makes it so much fun.
You can join. We have one. You can
Yeah.
join.
It's not gonna work.
You're gonna be behind, but we'll help you.
Hey, Charlie, what else you doing on Monday night, man?
Why working or nothing?
There you go, man.
Well, now you have some background noise for when you're working.
Perfect.
Okay, Bobby, ask your final question.
Yeah. What is my final question? Oh, wait. Okay, yeah. Sorry, it's been a while. Oh my gosh. Back in the swing of things. All right, boys. What does Thon mean to you? I know, deep. Get your shovel out. Start digging.
All right, I'll go first because Nick's gonna top my answer. So um, for me, and I don't know why this just came to me. I don't know if I've ever answered this question this way before, but it means hope. You see all these people that share a common purpose that felt some kind of pain or some kind of connection to the cause that Thon is, and it's pretty moving seeing all these people come together and do all the things that they do for the organization and what the organization does as a whole. So to me, it really just means hope for a common good.
That's a great answer.
Thanks.
I've
It's
never
really
heard
good.
someone answer it that way, but that is such a good way.
That's a really good point.
That was good, Charlie. That was real good. You know what's funny is, I think it was my senior year. No, actually, it was after I graduated. I came back one weekend, and I think this was maybe when Kim was president or something. I made a video about this actually, where I asked people that very same question, and there was a lot of good answers. Charlie, that point, hope is definitely a good one. When I think about what Thon is and what it means, I definitely think of support. It's a support group, right? It's we provide support. That's what we do, and we provide support in a lot of different ways. The obvious one being the monetary support. Medical bills and things of that nature are extremely expensive in this day and age. We have great technology, but it comes at a cost. And for a lot of families that experience pediatric cancer, that is on top of their child having cancer, that is just something on top of it that is overwhelming. And so the fact that we can provide the support monetarily, the family can focus on other things, the more important things, the most important things, which is being there for their kid. So support on the monetary side. And then in addition to that, what sometimes gets overlooked, especially people that are outside of Thon and don't really know what we do too much, the part that gets overlooked but is arguably one of the most important things is the emotional support as well. So for the kids themselves, but also for the family surrounding them, like Charlie said, seeing this huge group of people that felt some sort of way, felt inclined to help and to provide their support is absolutely incredible. No matter who you are, you've been impacted by cancer in some way. Either whether it's you, a family member, a friend, somebody that's been impacted by cancer. And so really everybody has their own motivations for being there, and that's inspiring for the families to see. And so that is the emotional support that we provide, as well as being there in person with the families we support directly, and just letting kids or helping kids be normal kids. So supporting them in both ways, that's kind of what Thon is to me.
Awesome.
Two very good answers, and thank you both so much. Um, I know we said that was our last question, but this is the last question. And the question is there anything that we didn't ask you that you were really hoping to talk about today, that you were hoping to say in your like hour and 20 minutes of fame? Any final words for the pod as
You
some may?
speak your piece.
Well, you guys did an awesome job preparing questions. I'll say
Oh,
that.
stop it, you.
I'm just trying to get that PB&J stand, man.
Yeah, no, it's in the mail. It's a self assembly. It's got some IKEA instructions, but you'll be all right. A couple pieces might be missing, but you can just email them.
I don't know, Charlie. Do you got anything?
I do.
Go ahead.
Not a question I was hoping you would ask, or maybe it is, but advice that we could give to younger healers, students, whatever it may be. I would say take in everything that you have around you and enjoy it as much as you can. Because I miss being in school. I miss seeing my friends all the time. I know you guys are having a different college experience than maybe we did now, with the virtual classes and everything. But do your best to enjoy it, because it's all downhill from there.
Oh, that's great to hear.
Not
That's
all. Do as much as you can. Like, go to all the fundraisers you can. Go to all the events that you can. Get as much out of it as you possibly can, and you won't look back and wish you had.
That's some awesome wisdom to end on.
Very good. Yeah, I mean, you'll have plenty of time after graduation to do normal things, or sit in your PJs on the couch. Believe me, you'll have plenty of time to do that. So while you're there, while you have the opportunity, like Charlie said, just get out and do everything that you can and experience everything you can, while you still have it. When it comes down to, ultimately, we're on here because we're dancers in Thon. And so ultimately to talk about, Thon weekend in specific, my encouragement or my advice is, before you go into Thon weekend, because once you get there, there's going to be a lot of distractions, a lot of, lights, loud noises, a lot of stuff going on. Before you get there, I think is the time to do the reflection and, really think about your purpose, what this all represents and what it's all about, so that you can go in there with the positive mindset, and also the mindset of realizing why this is a thing in the first place, and why it is what we do, which is fundraising, for pediatric cancer research. So, reflect on that for a little bit, and it'll put you in the right mindset as you head into Thon weekend, and ultimately experience, the best weekend of your life.
Great. Cool. Thanks, guys.
Thank you both so much. We're having a little alumni get together the Wednesday before Thon. If you want to come hang out with us again, on, I think it's the 17th. This goes out to any alumni. Hopefully they're listening. Hopefully alumni are listening from like your grades and stuff. So this is our little plug, and make sure to keep listening each week as we work our way up all the way to the 2020 dancers, that week of Thon. And then we'll be dancing in less than a month. So thank you both so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. Thank you everyone for listening this week, and we'll see you all next Thursday.
Keep on dancing.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks,
Good
guys.
luck to all the dancers.